So let's talk about social media a bit. Do you actively use social media to promote your stuff? Are you pro social media? Are you against it?
I mean, there's, you'd have to be an idiot not to be pro social media. I mean, that's the business. That's what the business is ran nowadays. I mean,
Which depends.
unless you have a connect to go straight to a label. Like if you know people that got the hookup for you, then whatever, do you. But even those people, where are they gonna run it on social media? So you're just paying someone to do something that you could basically at least help yourself in a bit. But pro social media, definitely no choice. It's a must. It's like having a music video. It's like having the actual track out. It's a must nowadays. How do I promote? I usually do a little small Instagram promo through those, or I pay promoters to help run my shit or whatever usually. And me personally, with everything I just said, which is bad, like
No, it's
once
real.
again, my I stay away from people. So even social media is like the same thing. I'm not if it's not heavily music related, I tend to
So for real
not
though,
be
like
on it, which is not good.
I don't know if I fully agree, right? Like, is so like you want to be available for people to follow you and reach out to you. That
Yeah,
doesn't mean you need to be there to reach out to people 1,000%. I don't know if you catch my drift on that. So like you need to be available per se to a fan that might want to be like, yo, let me buy your shit. So that's a moment you want to be available on a social media. But like I don't know. I went through my Instagram and I deleted everything that wasn't related. I unfollowed everybody, even people I knew. I was like, look, you're all on my Facebook, fine. Facebook's whatever. But I don't think I really need the distraction of all this bullshit that I don't care about on Instagram. So I got
I've
rid
been
of
contemplating that also.
so I got rid of like, and it's not like you can't reach out to me. Some of these people still follow me and shit, but I'm like, listen, I really like I have like 400 or 500 music related people on my Instagram, and that already feels like a lot. But I'm like, you know what? It's probably like you don't want them to not see you following them and shit. You know how it
Yeah,
is with music people. So fine, I'll keep
business
the
is business.
music. I'll keep the music stuff, but like I realized there's just so many other avenues it's distracting and shit. So I got rid of a lot of it. Facebook is different cuz like I don't know, I've been using Facebook for like ever. It just feels like my life is in Facebook, so I'm just cool with it. But what about like shit like TikTok?
No, no. I mean, look, personally, no. It's not TikTok. I don't know. I ain't really with all that extra dancing and all that extra. And I know it's not just for dancing, but it's a little bit. I don't know, bro. It's a little bit much, but
So
but it's valuable.
I like your perception on that. The only thing I can say that's cool on TikTok that might interest you because I started fucking around on it. Watching TikToks, first of all, is really fun. Not making TikToks. Watching TikToks is weird. You hate it at first, and then the next thing you know, you love it. But what I found out is they do this shit like duets. So where it got interesting is like there'll be a beat maker, and they'll throw a beat up, and then you go fucking bust a little 60-second on it, and then he'll like share it. Or like the guy Token, he's a rapper on YouTube. If you don't know him, he's quasi famous. Like I'd say C level, maybe B level. He's a guy a lot of whatever. So he's done this shit where it's like he raps half the fucking verse. So it's like he spits like two lines, then he leaves a pause for you to spit two lines, then he spits the next little bit. So there's a bit of this little ecosystem that's starting to carve out where artists are using TikTok in innovative ways. Would you see
Hmm?
yourself being open to jumping on some shit like that as opposed to
Fuck yeah.
because I'm not down for the dancing really either. I
No,
don't mind like
I'm
some.
down for progress. I'm down for progress. So, like I said, like before, lack of information is the only thing that stops me from moving forward. So now that I've gotten that information, I'm gonna definitely check up on that and see what's good. Because it's whatever, whenever, however. I'm with it.
I love the way you said that, dude, because honestly, I do believe that's the mentality that it like takes to do that. And not everyone I talk to is like willing to just be like, fuck it, that makes sense. That's an opportunity. Like I haven't gotten on to doing these duets yet because I've been kind of busy with this shit. But it's basically like I feel like what I do is I capture videos of shit of acapellas or stuff. Like I do these Facebook contests. So I don't know if you do those shits, but there's these Facebook
Yeah.
contests. You can drop a 16 bar and win cash. But really, I do it so I could rap a 16 bar and put it on my Instagram and then upload a little thing to TikTok and then put it out like that. Is it super effective? I don't fucking know. But it definitely looks like you're fucking doing more than if you're, there. And it's fucking easy content because it's not like fucking all out songs. But like, that's how I feel like this shit is going to end up going because, everybody's a rapper, right? So like, the
Facts.
game is kind of changing a bit, right?
Uh,
Like there's no way that like all of us can become millionaires and shit in the way that I
uh,
think a lot of us would like. But I think a lot of us can become hundred
we're not gonna have to
thousandaires.
hold it now.
I mean, I think a millionaire will be attainable, but a millionaire won't mean the same thing when it is. Like it won't be like what it was because the world's in a fucking
Definitely.
weird
No, I
place.
agree.
So like what I think it's gonna be is like a lot of us get to eat off of music one day. A lot of us get to eat off of music more than I think people are even aware of. Cause shit's changing. Right here, I'm talking to you on Twitch, right? Like this is an alternate way to promote my whole brand. Honestly, this is a way to get people kind of interested in me beyond music, right? So it's not just sharing
Yeah.
links. You build up a little buzz. I go do some shit like write my next album on Twitch. I don't know if it works or not. It's a thing to test out. A couple of homeboys are fucking around with freestyling and shit. But all of a sudden, motherfucker comes through and he goes, "Yo, I like this," and then he hits a little subscribe button, and now every month I get 250 American off of this guy, and then I get 20, 30 of those people, 50 of those people, and I'm not like saying it's easy, but I think a lot of us can get 100 people to back us like that. A lot of us
Yeah.
really could. And that goes, this is a different game than it used to be because with all the tools out there, people can just subscribe to us. I don't know if you've looked into that at all or how you even feel about that as an idea.
No, but all that goes back to why the social media is so important because there's money to be made in multiple ways, shapes, and form. You have to get out there and you have to make it. Then there's money to be made for everybody. There's way to eat. And 100% on what you said, of course, not everybody's going to be a millionaire. Shoot, not everybody might hit half a mil even, but there's money out there if you move right and you do the right things. There's money out there, and it's forever money too. So
Big facts. So outside of music, what kind of stuff are you into?
oh fuck, that's a hard question. I ain't into fuck all. I ain't into. I don't do that.
That's fine. I
I,
mean,
I, I get I get money. I can definitely chase it. Fuck music. That's all I do. Like literally, it's literally about some paper. I'm in the studio. That's literally all I got time for right now.
I definitely appreciate that. I think that kind of ethic is important. And I think it's important that people realize it. Like, actually, like, fucking wrote a bar today, something in the vein of, like, fucking, you need to get paid. Like, you need a fucking job. Like, or I wrote something about it. Like, it's however you get money, whatever, but you need a way to have income. Because
Yeah.
without income in your life, you can't pursue music. One of the harshest lessons I've learned over the last, like, 3, 4 years is there's no way around spending money in this game. And
Oh, sure.
without having money, you don't really get the team. Like you said, you paid for promo, and I'm like, yo, that's normal. Like you pay for promo one way or another. I just did a contest. I gave out $500. That's just the same thing in a different
Yeah.
way, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm choosing to go about it like this, but I also have to realize that if y'all are willing to pay for promo, and that becomes the stakes of promotion. So that means you have to be able to put up money in some way or another. And it's a million ways to do it, right? Like personally, I don't want to do certain things because they're not going to be in line with my bigger goals, perhaps, right? But at the end of the day, paying for shit is really important. Like I just read the Gucci Mane book, And like everything in his life that he had, all of his success came from the ability to put up the money to pay for this feature, to get that thing. And all the
Yeah.
famous people are like, yeah, you can work with me if you pay. And
Yeah.
that's just, even if they fuck with you, famous
Yeah.
people will still be like that because that's how it is. And if you can't get those bigger moves in place, if you can't find a way to connect with bigger people than you in this pond, it's kind of challenging to move up in this world.
Yeah,
These are
money
all
builds
things.
bridges, man. Money builds bridges.
It's true.